Hello everyone, I'm Mykola Bluchansky and today I want to invite you to Club of Rhythmic Breathing. What's the reason for rhythmic breathing? On this slide I show you, and you know maybe about it, that our body serves our brain in desires, ideas and accomplishments. The brain controls the body through nervous system and humoral factors. Nervous system and humoral factors are divided, but functionally they act as an orchestra. In the orchestra, one of main player is parasympathetic branch of autonomous nervous system. My old friend Boris Kantor once told me a story about the early life of jet aviation. That time, a lot of pilots died due to crashes of airplanes during landing. The major reason of these crashes was anterior wheels rigidity. Where the problem was solved, the crashes stopped. Similarly, the brain prepared multiple of clearance mechanisms in regulation, and one of them is situated in the parasympathetic branch autonomous nervous system. Let's just discuss heart rhythm regulation. Heart has vegetative parasympathetic and sympathetic regulation, intracardiac regulation, and different forms of humoral regulation that deal as a real orchestra. On the rhythmogram, the fluctuating length of our interval of the ECG is the result of the regulatory orchestra play due to the coherence of its branches and factors. On this slide, on upper picture, I show you rhythmogram that has a form of wave function. We can pass this wave function through the prism or mathematically fast Fourier transform and obtain the spectrum. Bottom picture where abscissa is frequency of the spectrum and the ordinate is the power of the spectrum. On the frequency side of the spectrum, we can determine the three major domains: green one, red one, and yellow one. Low frequency, middle frequency, and high frequency domains. This particular spectrum reflects the interplay between autonomous regulation in selected individual at the very moment of time. As shown on this slide, the spectrum contains all branches of autonomous regulation disturbed along the spectrum. Low bottom picture. High frequency domain represents mostly the effects of parasympathetic regulation, and this parasympathetic branch instantly adjusts the body's homeokinesis to the current task of regulation with the optimization of the function of its branches and factors. The major regulator of parasympathetic activity is placed in the brainstem in the form of the parasympathetic nuclei. Parasympathetic nuclei are tightly interlinked with the respiratory nuclei and are therefore can be cross-stimulated. It appears that rhythmic breathing can effectively stimulate parasympathetic nuclei, and this can be appreciated from the picture at the bottom. The interface between parasympathetic and respiratory processes, the better the regulation, the longer and the healthier the life is. Due to this data, exercises with rhythmic breathing are what the nature prescribed to a human for his survival through health, promotion, and increased longevity. Rhythmic breathing instruments and activities can be follows: metronome. Best of metronomes you can download from the internet and, for example, on your smartphone. Breathing exercises, and of course cyclic activity in different forms: walking, running, swimming, etc., but importantly involving in process hand movements. If you're talking about metronomized breathing, experimentally set the most suitable respiration rate for yourself, beginning at 8 cycles per minute. Perform these exercises for 5-15 minutes at least 3 times a day. And as for cyclic activity, the pace at which you can speak with difficulty, duration of exercises should be 15 minutes and more, and useful are 3 and more exercises per day. Include rhythmic breathing exercises before and during any physical and mental overstress. Exercises will give you strength, confidence, and will make you healthier. Do not deny yourself this pleasure every day. Thank a lot for your attention.